I am today suspending my campaign. I'm proud to have delivered on 100% of my promises, and I will not stop now.
Breaking news right now at 5. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is dropping out of the presidential race. He made the announcement earlier this afternoon in a video posted to X. Thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Hannah McKenzie.
In a move that shocked absolutely nobody, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has officially thrown in the towel on his 2024 presidential aspirations, deciding instead to back former President Donald Trump. This dramatic yet entirely predictable plot twist was announced via a social media video just in time for the New Hampshire primary. Because, as we all know, timing in politics is as subtle as a sledgehammer. Quoting Winston Churchill, DeSantis said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." A touching sentiment, sure, but let's face it, when your campaign's as lively as a retirement home on bingo night, courage is really all you've got left. Bloomberg, ever the bearer of breaking news, had already spilled the beans minutes before with a report that DeSantis would drop out and endorse Trump. Their source, people briefed on the campaign's conversations. Ah, those mysterious people. The deep throats of our time, minus the parking garages and the cool factor. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and his top aides are having internal discussions about when and how he should drop out of the 2024 presidential race, Bloomberg reported, citing these anonymous chatterboxes. The suspense was killing us, really. And here's the kicker. CNN and the University of New Hampshire, in what must have been a monumental effort, found that DeSantis was polling at a whopping 6% in the state's Republican vote. Trump? A cool 50%. Nikki Haley, 39%. At this point, DeSantis's campaign was about as robust as a deflated balloon. Social media, that bastion of political discourse, had already noted that DeSantis's campaign calendar was as empty as a ghost town. Spooky. In Iowa, DeSantis managed to snag second place, trailing Trump and beating Haley. But let's face it, in the land of corn and caucuses, second place is just the first loser. Now get this, an NBC News poll with the Des Moines Register and Iowa pollster Selzer & Company found that Haley's supporters in Iowa are more likely to vote for Joe Biden than Donald Trump if she loses the nomination. Yes, you read that right, Biden. It's like choosing kale over steak. Inexplicable to most, but a choice nonetheless. And here's a fun fact. A mere 11% of Republican caucus goers said they'd vote for Biden over Trump. But among Haley's fans, that number jumped to a staggering 43%. It's like they're playing political musical chairs, and when the music stops, everyone's scrambling for a seat that's not Trump's. In contrast, 64% of DeSantis' supporters pledged their allegiance to Trump if he were the nominee. Loyalty. It's not just for dogs. NBC News sums it up. Haley is bringing in support from independents, Democrats, and Republicans uneasy with Trump's GOP takeover. Apparently, half of her Iowa supporters are independents or Democrats in disguise. Haley snagged 20% in the survey, a distant second to Trump's 48%. So there you have it. The GOP race just got a bit less crowded and a bit more Trumpy. DeSantis may be out, but the show must go on. And in the world of politics, the show always goes on, usually with more drama than a daytime soap opera. Stay tuned, folks.